How to make a powerful media kit in 2020. A step-by-step guide. A media kit or press kit is a document that includes information about your business along with different brand resources that are put together for reporters and media contacts who want to write about your company. Besides companies, entrepreneurs and freelancers, and just about everyone keen on establishing a polished, professional reputation can use a media kit. Although a media kit is not a guarantee you will receive press coverage, having one will make it a lot easier. Showcase your products, services, and company milestones to professionally present your company's story to bloggers, podcasters, and even investors. Find out how to create one. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. We're having a conversation today around how to make a powerful media kit in 2020, a step-by-step guide. Now, let's first talk about what should your media kit contain. I've already defined what a media kit was. It is a document really that showcases how great your company is and talks about all the milestones or the products or the services. And you want to present this in a professional manner. Depending on your business or the reason why you are using a media kit, the list of components of your media kit can change. But there are a few basic items that should always be included to make sure your media kit is effective as possible. So you have contact details. So you want to include the contact details of the person who can be interviewed. You want to have a peer or contact or anyone else of relevance. Information about the company or person. So you want to include a brief bio to help the journalist or blogger or podcaster, and you want to share interesting information they would need to research. Now, and this is a very important word of caution here, try not to make it more than 3 paragraphs for each person. The whole thing is to keep things short and sweet. A media release. Journalists and reporters in general will want to know what's going on and have some details about the event, right? So your media release should include quotes from the person who is available for interview. Images. Make sure you put some images in your media kits so that journalists can use them for their stories. Most reporters require high resolution images, but if you don't have enough space, put them on a low resolution and let the journalist know they can contact you for high resolution if needed. Now, there are other options. There are other things you want to pay attention to, and that's going to help you boost your game very, very quickly. And that is that you want to think about other things you need to do to beef up your media kit. For example, testimonials. Testimonials are so critical, especially when they come from clients, either clients or suppliers. Your happy customers are your best marketing tool. Remember that. So you want to use your best testimonials to demonstrate your credibility. You want to demonstrate your presence in the market. The things you've done, they have propelled your company to the top charts of the industry. You can also include in your media kit an annual report. So if your business, for example, is in a field where reporters are interested in your annual reports, make sure you attach one for easy reference. By the way, we're talking here about businesses, but remember that a nonprofit, a charity, a philanthropy can also have a media kit. The whole idea, as I said in my intro, you can have just about anyone keen on establishing a polished professional reputation can use a media kit. Other interesting facts. You can outline anything else the business or person is up to that reporters might find interesting. Remember, journalists are always looking for anything interesting angles, captivating stories, so you want to make their work as easy as possible. You can also put in your media kit samples of your products. Let's say you create products that might be appealing, that the journalists might find appealing for their stories. Send the journalists samples of your products along with your media kit so they can try out your products for themselves. Remember, a journalist who tries out your products can write best about your products as opposed to sending him or her a video or an article or a press release. if your company or your brand has received recent news coverage, that's fantastic. You can make mention of this to increase your social proof and credibility. Now, it is very important to indicate this because the key phrase is social proof and credibility. A lot of reporters tend to give credibility. They tend to lend more credibility to brands and organizations and people who have already received coverage from other colleagues in the media. What I'm trying to say here is that it is a virtuous circle when you start receiving coverage from one news organization. You tend to be on a positive, what I call a positive roller coaster. So you receive news from one media organization and another reporter sees that, and he or she will be more likely to cover your product or service, and the virtuous circle goes on and on and on. All right, so this is a non-exhaustive list of things you should include in your media kit. Now, depending upon your industry, depending upon the goal that you're trying to achieve by sending the info to a reporter, or by showcasing things in your media kit, you can include more. It really depends on your industry and it depends on your company. But overall, you want to think about contact details, company information, person of interest, media release, images, and everything from testimonials to samples to annual reports and recent news coverage. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're also having a conversation about how to make a powerful media kit. Now, before I go on, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. You can turn on the notification bell, and you will receive, anytime we drop a new show, you will receive a notification. And we cover a variety of topics. We cover everything from finance to business to fitness to health to relationships, the whole 9 years, if you will. Also, you can comment below if you have some experience with using Media Kit. Let us know how it went. If you have some tips to share with the community, we'll really appreciate that. And share this content and like. Where to send your Media Kit? Now, as I said earlier, a Media Kit is essentially a document that encompasses information about your events, your products, your business. This kind of kit is usually utilized, if you will. It's generally used at events and for launches as a package of information for journalists to help them write their story. So the whole idea here is to catch the eye of the reporter and make them want to write an article or do an interview. So a media kit, in essence, should be a one-stop shop for all the data journalists needs. Right, so in the past, a media kit was often presented in a cardboard folder, but now we have the internet and we have the digital revolution. So most media kits are in PDF format and they can be downloaded from your website or attached to an email. Just as with sending out press releases and media pitches, you want to be very careful and thorough about when and where to send your press kit. Before sending out to everyone in the media, spend time researching publications and media outlets to know which one generally are most likely to cover your company, right? Because you need to allocate your resources and energy on those companies, on those media news outlets, on those news outlets they have covered the industry in the past and they are more likely to cover your company. You want to include a personalized email to each journalist to introduce yourself, the company, and explain what the media kit is for. Journalists love personalized emails. They feel special. It makes their job easy. It makes their job an interesting one because all of a sudden they have a contact within the company, someone they can interview, somebody they can reach out to for clarifications, for inquiries. So by sending a personalized email to them, you are in essence increasing your odds of being covered. Now, it also will help you make a connection with the person you're trying to reach rather than sending them the exact same media kit you may be sending to 100 other reporters. Now, if you Choose to include a product sample. Be cautious because some media outlets have rules surrounding accepting gifts. The last thing you want is to have any kind of situation where you are running afoul of the rules set by the organization. So if you're not sure, you want to contact the outlet before you send the kit, and don't make the gift too extravagant. Something very simple, usually less than 50 bucks is reasonable. Media kits don't need to be used all the time, but sometimes they do have their place in the world of public relations. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still talking here about how to make a powerful media kit just in general, and I'm giving you a step-by-step guide. Now let's talk about the step-by-step. Here is the guide to creating a powerful press kit. Number one, overview. You want to give a brief summary. So you want to summarize your products or service in a few sentences. And you can indicate your company's mission statements or describe its current status. Some useful information to include in your overview. So the date of launch, the headquarters location, the company address, the size of the company, the number of team members, the fundraising status, the press contacts, right? You can also, you can see this here. We have a picture, a screenshot courtesy of Extensio. You can see that here where you have the media kit, the press release. You need to have press releases. You want to list a few notable milestones. You want to list your existing press releases chronologically, starting from the most recent. If you have many of them, just mention the important milestones with the most traffic and valuable information about your company history and vision. I would say, as a general rule, try to indicate the five most recent press releases. You also want to mention something about the company. So in the about section, you highlight additional information. So this should fill in the details about your company that weren't covered in the overview. So it is important that you want to pay attention to what journalists will want to learn about your company, and you want to keep it clear. Again, keep it short and sweet. You may want to cover when your company was founded, the key features of your products and services or service, what makes your product stand out in the market, what is your competitive advantage in your market, or in other words, what is your unique value proposition. Next, you want to include the audience. You need to visualize your market. Who is your audience? Because the journalists will want to know who your audience is, because they are also writing a story about you. They need to know who is likely to read that story. So is your audience naturally in sync with what the journalist has written in the past or not? If your audience naturally fits with the journalist readers, they will be more likely to publish content about your company, right? On the flip side, if their readership doesn't align with your market, their referral is probably not going to be your ideal customer anyway, right? That being said, you want to make sure you clearly define and describe your market. Another thing you want to think about is resources. You want to include all useful materials in your press kit. Here I'm talking about publications and press mentions. If you have been covered in the past, quotes. Are there any quotes that will make a difference for the reader? Time to mention them. Publications logo. If you have an impressive publication logo and think it will be useful for your media contacts, then you should include this in your media kit resources. Another thing you want to pay attention to is what we call media assets. So you want to provide high quality images. This is very important, folks. In some media kits nowadays, you even have audio, you have video. Anything that is digital, make sure it's high quality, right? High quality images, high quality videos, high quality audios. Those assets will tell your brand story. So here I'm talking about company logo. If anyone wants to publish about you, they will need your logo to refer to your products and service. So you want to have this ready in all format that could possibly be required. I'm talking here about transparent background and different sizes, brand colors, that kind of stuff. this kind of stuff. The team or product photos. Images make a powerful statement. We all know that. So you can include a recent team photo or showcase a product feature. When it comes to a media kit, you also want to include the founders. You can put a short bio about each founder, who founded the company or who are some of the key team members who is critical to the company's history. So you want to give a short bio, describe the founder's background and how it all started. People love stories and make sure it emotionally connects to the audience. So don't forget to mention their current role in the company. I'm talking about the founders, right? So this is very important. The whole process here should captivate the journalist's attention. You want the reporter to say, you know what, this is a story I would want to write about. Okay, so this is it, folks. How to make a powerful media kit in 2020, a step-by-step guide. Here's a recap of today's conversation. What should your media kit contain? Where to send your media kit? And number 3, a step-by-step guide to creating a powerful press kit. And you can include everything from overview, press releases, about, audience, resources, media assets, and the founders. I will talk to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.